welcome. You're watching DD India and this is Express News, the show where we get you quick-fire 100 updates from around the country and the world within 30 minutes. I'm Gautam Roy and let's get on with the show. Well, celebrating India's diaspora family across the world, Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the 18th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas Convention 2025 in the Indian state of Odisha's Bhubaneswar on Thursday. The theme of the PVD convention this year is Diaspora's Contribution to a Viksit Bharat. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister highlighting the outstanding contributions of the Indian diaspora, Prime Minister Modi said that diversity lies in the heart of Indians. The Indian PM also said that the day will soon come when Indian diaspora will fly on Made in India airplanes to attend the Prasar Bharati Divas. The PM also inaugurated 4 exhibitions at the convention featuring the universal legacy of Ramayana, diaspora's contribution to technology and Viksit Bharat, spread and evolution of Indian diaspora and heritage and culture of Odisha. The Vishwaroop Ram exhibition presents the timeless epic of Ramayana through art forms. Another exhibition showcases the contributions of Indian diaspora to the development of technology in the world. An exhibition named Spread and Evolution of Indian Diaspora in the World displays the rare documents of people who had migrated from Mandvi in Gujarat to Muscat in Oman. The Indian PM also digitally flagged off the Pravasi Bharati Express, a special tourist train for the Indian diaspora. The 3-day Pravasi Bharati Divas kick started on Wednesday. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar said India has started its journey towards Viksit Bharat or developed India. India's President Draupadi Murmu will also attend the valedictory function of the convention in Bhubaneswar on Friday. She will confer the Pravasi Bharati Samman upon members of the Indian diaspora to recognize their achievements and contributions in various fields. 6 people were killed and around 27 were critically injured in a stampede in Tirupati temple in the southern Indian state of Andhra Pradesh late on Wednesday evening ahead of the 10-day Vaikunth Ekadashi festival. According to the chairperson of the Tirupati board, the stampede took place when a gate was opened to assist a woman feeling unwell, but the crowd surged forward all at once, leading to chaos. In the latest development, Indian Space Research Organisation or ISRO has announced the latest delay on the scheduled docking of SpaceX for Thursday. ISRO is yet to provide the next date for docking. A delegation of 16 young artists from the Union Territory of Ladakh in India, comprising 13 female artists, an essay writer and 2 officials embarked on a special journey to Delhi on Thursday. This delegation will participate in the Viksit Bharat Young Leaders Dialogue from the 10th to the 12th of January. The dialogue will foster national integration by bringing together youth from across India. India's holy city of Ayodhya is set to host a grand celebration, Pratishtha Dwadashi, from the 11th to the 13th of January, marking the first anniversary of Lord Ram's statue installation at the temple in Ayodhya. The Western Indian state of Gujarat is gearing up to welcome guests for the International Kite Festival from the 11th to the 14th of this month to welcome the harvest season with celebrations of Makar Sankranti and Pongal festivals. Now to global markets. A global bond rout eased on Thursday and the dollar held steady near its highest levels in more than a year, although stocks continued to fall with almost all Asian indices down on the day. The benchmark 10-year US Treasury yield eased to 4.6648% in Asia from an overnight peak of 4.73%, which was the highest level since April 2024. US S&P 500 futures pointed 0.2% lower after the cash index eked out a 0.2% gain overnight. Asian stocks fell on Thursday as weak China inflation and US rate concerns loom. Nikkei dropped 0.8%, CSI 300 lost 0.3%. Hong Kong's benchmark Hang Seng declined 0.2% on Thursday as well. While Australia's S&P ASX 200 lost 0.24% to close at 8,329. South Korea's Kospi index advanced marginally 2,521.9 after a volatile session, and the small cap Kosdaq gained 0.54% to 723.52. In India, the benchmark indices ended in the red. Sensex stumbled 528.28 points to settle at 77,620.21, while the Nifty plunged 162.45 points to 23,526.50. The Indian rupee recovered from a record low in early trade to settle at 3 paise higher at 85.88 against the US dollar on Thursday. Oil prices were little changed on Thursday. Brent crude futures fell 6 cents to $76.1 a barrel, and US West Texas Intermediate crude futures fell 5 cents to $73.27. United States President-elect Donald Trump has said that Republicans were unified over how to move forward on his agenda once he takes office. And Trump has also rejected the idea that there had been pushback over his expressions of interest in acquiring Greenland for the United States. South Korea's suspended President Yoon Suk-yeol's lawyer on Thursday said that President Yoon will accept the decision of the Constitutional Court, even if it means his removal from office. 3 Israeli soldiers were killed and 3 were wounded when fighting Wednesday in the northern Gaza Strip, the military announced amid several days of deadly battles in the area. The body of hostage Yusuf Ziadne, abducted by the Hamas on the 7th of October 2023, has been recovered by the Israeli military from a tunnel in the southern Gaza Strip, according to Israeli Defense Forces. Along with Ziadne, evidence suggests his son Hamza Ziadne may also have been killed as part of the IDF's information. The Israeli military has placed new restrictions on media coverage of soldiers on active combat duty amid growing concerns at the risk of legal action against reservists traveling abroad over allegations of involvement in war crimes in Gaza. The Hamas's armed wing, Al-Qassam Brigades, along with 2 other brigades, has claimed responsibility for Monday's West Bank shooting that killed 3 Israelis. In a latest update in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, a Russian strike on the Ukrainian city of Zaporizhzhia killed at least 13 people, the Ukrainian officials said. The strike came hours after Ukraine launched an overnight strike deep inside Russia that set fire to an oil depot that serves as an air base for Russian nuclear bomber planes. The Ukrainian military said on Thursday that Ukraine's Air Force shot down 46, while 24 imitator drones did not reach their targets. Meanwhile, Ukraine's Western allies are set to gather with President Volodymyr Zelensky at a US base in Germany on Thursday in their last such meeting before Donald Trump returns to the White House. US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is expected to announce a substantial new military aid package for Kyiv at the 25th defense talks at Ramstein Air Base with representatives from 50 countries. An ambulance cylinder blast claimed 4 lives and injured 15 others in Bangladesh on Thursday morning. The cylinder exploded after the ambulance collided with a bus on the Dhaka-Arucha highway. The fire was brought under control after an hour by the Savar Fire Service. Traffic remained suspended for several hours due to the incident. Taiwan's Navy conducts 3-day long combat drills ahead of the Lunar New Year. Drills involve 6 warships featuring emergency departure, simulated attacks and underwater rescue operations. Fighting at Chad presidency leaves 19 dead and several injured. Unknown assailants opened gunfire near the presidential palace in the capital, N'Djamena, sparking a battle on Wednesday. The Chad government spokesperson later said the situation at the presidency was completely under control. Fighting comes 2 weeks after Chad held parliamentary elections, which were boycotted by the main opposition. Venezuelans witnessed an atmosphere of tension and uncertainty ahead of President Nicolas Maduro's inauguration on Friday. Venezuela's opposition has decried arrests and has planned protests ahead of Maduro's inauguration. Spanish Coast Guards rescued on Thursday 85 migrants when they were travelling 7 miles off the Canary Islands. Coast Guards assisted the sub-Saharan migrants disembarking at the port of Arguingui in the island of Gran Canaria. Syrians returned on Wednesday to the National Museum in Damascus, reopened for the first time after the ouster of former President Bashar al-Assad. The museum's vast collection includes tens of thousands of pieces ranging from prehistoric blades and Greco-Roman sculptures to Islamic art. Some artifacts at the museum date back more than 10,000 years. 2 US astronauts, Butch Wilmore and Sunita Williams, who have been stuck for months on the International Space Station, have said that they have plenty of food and are not facing any laundry crisis. We're taking a quick break at this point. We'll be back with more in the Express News on the other side. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching Express News. Let's get you more updates in Express News. California wildfires have wreaked havoc. Thousands are forced to flee. 5 have been killed so far. Firefighters have struggled to save homes set ablaze. Up to 1,500 buildings have burned down. Satellite images have captured from space which have showed multiple fires raging uncontrollably around Los Angeles, destroying hundreds of homes. The number of California homes and businesses without electricity have ballooned to more than 400,000. US President Joe Biden visited the Santa Monica fire station and received a briefing on the fire. Joe Biden pledged that the federal government would be available to help the area recover. New wildfire broke out in the scrubland in Los Angeles' Hollywood Hills, adding to 5 other blazes raging in Los Angeles County. The Sunset Fire burnt near the Hollywood Bowl and about a mile from Hollywood Walk of Fame. The LA Fire Department has issued an evacuation order for people in an area within Hollywood Boulevard. Within that area is the Dolby Theatre where the Oscars are held. All-out rescue and relief efforts are underway in China's earthquake-hit Xizang region. The affected people are being evacuated and relocated with emergency services in place. So far, 46,525 quake-affected people have been moved to emergency shelters in 187 relocation sites set up in response to the quake. Snow and icy weather conditions gripped the Republic of Ireland, prompting weather warnings in the southeastern region. Widespread frost, ice and lying snow are expected to last through to Friday in some areas of Carlow. Schools in several counties were closed following the severe cold conditions in Ireland. Bus and rail services were also impacted as a result of the conditions, which were most prominently felt in counties Cork, Kerry, Tipperary and Limerick and southern Leinster. Major winter storm is sweeping through Japan with heavy snowfall. According to the weather officials, snow has been falling mainly in mountainous areas along the Sea of Japan coast due to a winter pressure pattern and a strong cold air mass. Snowfall of up to 30 centimeters is expected in Shikoku and 10 centimeters in northern Kyushu till Friday. The officials have warned residents of avalanches and power outages due to snow buildup on power lines and trees. Cold wave conditions gripped the Rai regions, making life difficult for residents. In some districts of Madhesh province in Nepal, schools have been forced to close down due to the extreme cold. In some villages in the eastern hill district of Panchthar and Taptejung, snowfall has covered entire settlements. Some local governments have arranged for firewood to help people stay warm, while others have made efforts to provide warm clothing. And the winter chill has intensified in most parts of North India as night temperatures in the Kashmir Valley have settled below 0 degrees. Snowfall in the last 24 hours has transformed the valley into a picturesque winter wonderland. India's capital New Delhi braces for colder days as the minimum temperature is expected to dip sharply by Friday. The city is also likely to see light rain over the weekend. But temperatures forecast for January, meanwhile, show that the monthly minimum temperature is expected to be above normal in many parts of the country. Caravan parks submerged by floods after heavy rains lashed areas of the UK earlier in the week. Leicestershire Fire and Rescue Services said it had received 200 calls from distressed residents caught in the water and asked the public to avoid flooded routes. Heavy rains have triggered devastating landslides in the Bolivian town of Tocaloma, damaging homes and public infrastructure. The deadly rains have already claimed 16 lives, including 2 infants. The rainy season in Bolivia runs from November to April. As of now, over 5,000 families have been affected by the severe weather, requiring urgent humanitarian assistance. Prayagraj, one of the sacred pilgrimage sites in North India, is gearing up for the Mahakumbh Fair 2025. The fair begins from the 13th of January. Ahead of the world's largest religious gathering in Uttar Pradesh, a comprehensive traffic plan including an AI-driven smart parking management system, steps to prevent overcrowding and monitoring of entry points as well. And preparations are underway for the 3-day International Camel Festival in India's western state of Gujarat. The festival is scheduled to begin from the 10th of this month in the district of Bikaner. The International Camel Festival in Rajasthan showcases enthralling heritage work that displays folk culture, captivating both domestic and foreign tourists. India is gearing up to welcome the harvest season with preparations for celebrations of the Makar Sankranti and Pongal festivals at full spree. Indian state of Gujarat is about to commence the International Kite Festival from the 11th to the 14th of January. A panda cub in China's Sichuan province experienced snow for the first time. The cub, with eyes wide with wonder, watched in fascination as snowflakes gently fell. Twin panda cubs born at Berlin Zoo this past summer were moved to a new play area on Wednesday. The panda sisters were very curious and were seen climbing up and crawling onto everything in their sight. According to a statement by Berlin Zoo director, pandas move to the playroom in an important step that gives them even more space to practice their motor skills. Berlin is the only zoo in Germany to show the animals which are on loan from China. The adorable panda cubs born in 2024 were recently filmed engaging in playful activities at the Chengdu research base of giant panda breeding in southwest China's Sichuan province. In another clip, an energetic panda cub clung to a horizontal bar, teetering as it turned, only to be deftly steadied by its vigilant keeper. These recreational activities are designed to enhance the behavior and quality of life of giant pandas in captivity. In one of China's coldest towns, people dance to disco music in falling snow. Hundreds of people wearing thick winter clothing danced to the music at the snow disco event in Mudanjiang city. The people were seen dancing at the snow disco event under colorful lights in temperatures as low as -30 degrees Celsius. The event finale saw a fireworks display that lit up the sky and added to the festive atmosphere. That a traditional dragon dance performance also captivated visitors. The National Science Centre, Delhi, celebrated its 33rd anniversary on Thursday with the inauguration of its latest gallery, Digital World. The ceremony witnessed enthusiastic participation, especially from school children. The latest gallery, Digital World, under India's Ministry of Culture, offers an immersive educational experience showcasing advancements in digital technologies. A South Korean company is digitizing books in real time using artificial intelligence to provide an immersive reading experience. The new platform, Book Story scans a book, detects its contents and then converts it into an audio or text version instantly. Book Story can also generate a song about the book using the song mode. It will be available for purchase in March 2025. Smorts and Smriti Mandhana-led India will take on Ireland in a 3-match ODI series starting on Friday. This is India's first ever women's bilateral series against Ireland. New Zealand batter Martin Guptill has officially announced his retirement from international cricket on Wednesday. Australia announced a 16-player squad for their 2-match test series against Sri Lanka, which will begin on the 29th of this month. The squad will be captained by Steve Smith. Teenage openers Sam Constance and Bo Webster have been retained in the squad following impressive test debuts against India. In the Hockey India League, Tamil Nadu Dragons edged past team Gonasika 6-5 in a thriller at the Birsa Munda Hockey Stadium in Rourkela. Hyderabad Tufans also registered their first win of the season by beating UP Rudras 3-0 on Wednesday. The Vedant Kalinga Lancers are set to lock horns with team Gonasika in Rourkela on Thursday. 18-year-old Lucas Bargwal scored Tottenham a 1-0 victory over Liverpool in the first leg of their League Cup semi-final. Young starlets Gavi and Lamine Yamal fired Barcelona into the Spanish Super Cup final with a 2-0 win against Athletic Club on Wednesday. Yannick Sinner is set to begin his Australian Open title defence against Nicolas Jarry on Sunday. Women's champion Arina Sabalenka will take on 2017 US Open winner Sloane Stephens in her first match of the Australian Open. The only Indian at the Australian Open, Sumit Nagal, will be up against 26-seeded Czech player Tomas Machak in the opening round. India's Yuki Bhamri and his French partner Albano Olivetti defeated the British duo of Lloyd Glasspool and Julian Cash to reach the semi-finals of the ASB Classic at Auckland. 3-time Olympic champion Katinka Hosszu is also known as Hungary's Iron Lady, has retired from swimming at the age of 35. Top Indian riders Jeffrey Emanuel, Kevin Quintal, Johan Emanuel and Nadine Balaji are set to train at a state-of-the-art facility in Spain for the 2025 season. And that's all we have at the moment in Express News, but for all the latest, keep watching DD India.